What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Brutal Planet Comics. I'm your host, Dre the Brute Daniels. Welcome to an episode of the Indie Corner, where I sit down with everybody from the independent community, writers, artists, directors, producers. Doesn't matter if you're in the game, I want to talk to you. So we got ourselves a very, very special guest coming all the way from Ireland, and she is the creator of KINDOM. Give it up, everybody, for Lucy Shaw.
Yeah.
Was that over the top, Lucy? Was that over the top?
No, that's how I'm always introduced.
Oh, I'm so happy to have you today on the show, Lucy, to come and
Thanks
share.
for having me.
Oh yeah. I definitely had to have you on after I checked out all your great work as of late. I definitely want to have you come on the show and talk about all the great stuff that you're doing.
Thanks so much. Thank you.
Oh, you're very welcome. You're very welcome. So before we get into all the awesome work that you're doing over there, let's get to know you a little bit, Lucy. Who are you? Where'd you come from? How did we get here?
Okay, so Lucy Shaw. I'm from Belfast, Northern Ireland. I started writing I think like most creatives, when you're really young, if you're into art, crafts, whatever, you start. So I was just like write little stories. So I knew when I was choosing a degree in uni, it would have something to do with that. So I went down the screenwriting route and did my 3 years there, and then probably partied a little bit too much, got a little bit distracted, as you do. And yeah, then I just I got into hospitality to pay for the student loans and all that there. And then life got away with me a little bit. Met my partner, been with partner Jasmine for 8 years now.
Oh wow.
Got our first place together. She's actually 6 months pregnant at the minute, so first baby on the way. Yeah.
Oh my.
But while I was doing all that, I was still writing every now and then scripts, and usually just sending them in to, just anytime there was an open submissions portal, doing that there, doing the whole waiting 6 months thing, getting rejected, feeling a bit crap about it. And then my brother came to me in 2015, and he's an artist, and he was like, do you want to write me a comic? I was like, sure, whatever. And yeah, I wrote him a comic. It did like moderately well on the scene, and then yeah, life kind of happened again. And then during the pandemic, I was like, you know what? If I want to write something and I want people to actually be able to see it, I'm going to have to do it for myself. So I was like, why not get back into comics? It's something that I can do, like as an indie creator, and put out there myself and just do it that way. And I only started really doing this about a year ago. And then I met like 80s and all online, and I just met loads of people from the community, and everyone's so sound and dead on. So yeah, it's just all kind of kicking off. It's the first time putting a team together by myself and doing all that there. So I'm still very much learning as we go, but it's been fun.
Yeah,
a lot of fun.
Take it from someone who's been doing this a long time. You're always going to be learning. This is going to be a learning on the job. It's
constant.
Yeah, it's not going to be like I figured out all. No, it's always going to be something else, something more. Especially when you're dealing with like collaborations and stuff like that. Like me, I write, I produce, I direct, but my art, you don't want to see that. All thumbs here, baby. All thumbs. You don't want to see that. You have a bunch of stick figures.
I cannot draw for the life of myself, but the artist I have working on KINDOM, he's great. So he is. I just kind of found him online, approached him, and we've been working together really well. So it's good. But I think I lucked out, because I know sometimes that's not always the case. So it was good.
Yeah. I mean, but that's all part of the dance, as it were. It's all part of the dance. All right, that's cool. So tell me, Lucy, before you got into writing and getting into comics and stuff like that, like, were you a fan of like comics in general, or where'd your fandom lie?
See, I literally don't know very much about comics. This is me learning. I grew up with two brothers obsessed with Batman, Marvel, all that there, but it was the films. So like my girlfriend's watching She-Hulk at the minute, and I don't have a clue what's going on there. But even like things like that, I have to read up and go, why she keep talking to the camera like Deadpool? And then I was like, oh, it's in the comic. So I'm just learning as I go.
Okay. So okay, that's cool. No, there's nothing wrong with that. Everybody has a different path. Like there's some folks that I've spoken to that are getting into indie comics or writing comics, but they come from like the film industry, or some of them comes from like stage or music and stuff like that. So everybody has a different path. So was there anything that you in particular were a fan of while you were younger coming up that kind of influenced you?
Well, with KINDOM, it's influenced. You'll see there's quite a lot of influence from like Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, Superman, just Thor, like loads of these little things like just influence me along the way. And I'm like, yeah, but I do, like, if you have any suggestions for me and stuff with comics, send them my way, because I need to educate myself.
I'm with that. It can be what I've noticed with a lot of folks that are newer to like indie comics or creation. It's always about narrowing down what your influence is. That's going to affect your writing. As like me, like I'm scatterbrained. So because I've been influenced by comics and movies and television and music and all that stuff, and it goes all to my brain. I'm like, okay, I gotta pick one. Which one am I gonna use? Like you have to start narrowing it down and be like, okay, I want to use this inspiration from here, this inspiration from there, and let's see if we can put something together. Like over the years, I've finally got myself together, but it could be a bit of a challenge when you're pulling from a bunch of different sources. Yeah, big time. So all right, so you didn't really come up as a fan of comics and stuff like that, but so how did we go from we'll just call it general interest, sake of argument, general interest, to wanting to actually get your hands dirty in the comic industry?
Well, with the first comic, it was a detective comic, and it was kind of like noir, and it was kind of more what I was interested in at the time, which was crime writing, like pretty dark. It was pretty dark. And then with this one, I was just sitting and I was watching all these like CW shows and like what they were doing to them and all the rest. And like growing up with like Batman and all that, I was like, I think I could write something better than this at the minute. So it was arrogant, really. So we'll see how that pans out.
Okay.
But it was also just it was just like I was saying again, I was sick of just sending works away and waiting for 6 months and then like being disheartened. With this, I can just get straight into it, get an artist, get the ball rolling, learn as I go. And I'm not one of those people that like are offended if someone gives me critiques. I'm like, yep, right, okay, I'll just keep learning, just keep going. So I think a part of it too is just with a baby on the way and stuff, I was like, no, I need to get my own idea out there. I don't want to be that like parent that says go for it, like follow your dreams, do all this and not do it myself. So I was like, I'll go for it.
Shoot your shot.
Yeah, why not?
Okay, and that's cool, because like that's how from my experiences, that's how you get your creative juices flowing. Is when you're pretty much rolling the dice, just to get your feet wet in something, to try something new, something cool, something fresh. And it could be scary. It could be scary when you put your
it can be a little intimidating. I think too, just like for any creative, like no matter what you do, there's really strong possibility of people going to hate this. But you gotta move on and just try it, There's no point, or else nobody would do anything.
Yeah, exactly. But that's always the gamble. Take it from someone that's got more rejection letters than has had birthdays, okay? It's like You know what I mean? It's just like I remember when I was first starting off, and I was like, oh hey, I'm gonna submit this to Penguin and everybody, mama, like yeah, here's a script, and I got more rejections, man. Like you thought I would be like an ugly kid at prom. I'm telling you, it was like, oh, like I guess I'm getting no dates. I guess it was. It can be very disheartening, but then I took those L's, as we like to call them over
Yeah.
here in the States. I took those L's, and then I was like, hey, I'm gonna just do it all myself. I'm gonna do
Yeah.
it all myself. I'm gonna produce everything myself. I'm gonna edit it all myself. I'm gonna do all of it myself, and it is a rewarding experience. It's a rewarding experience, especially when everybody was telling me no. It's like, all right, you all tell me no, but I say yes. And then other people that get a hold of my work and see my work, or have been fans of my work for years, they're like, you were turned down? Like, yes, I was. I was turned down. Yes, several times. Matter of fact, we're getting turned down as we speak. Still getting turned down. Doesn't make me no difference.
You gotta have thick skin.
Yeah, you have to. You have to. You have to, because like if you're thin skinned, this is not the industry for you at
No,
all.
definitely.
At all. And like a lot of people say like, oh, it's easy to break in. Like, no,
No.
it's not. Who have you been talking to? What pipe has everyone been smoking that I have not got a hit of? What is going on here? Easy wear, but but it's tough, as it is for any medium to break into. It's tough. It's tough. But to see that you're despite your lack of fandom of that particular medium, still rolled with it. That's dope.
Yeah.
That's really dope.
Well, it's getting good. It's getting good attention anyway. So I think I've done something right. So.
Yeah. So now that you bring it up, let's talk about it a little bit. Let's talk about Kingdom. Now, I was
Kingdom.
checking out the artwork and all the great stuff, and sketches, and all the other cool things that you're cooking up on here. But give us a little bit of a rundown. What is this story about?
Okay. So, Kingdom. You've got 4 heirs to the throne of Kingdom,
Okay.
and each heir controls a power that is given to them by the planet itself.
Okay.
So you got earth, you got fire, you've got water, and then you got the mind. So
Okay.
each heir has their own power, and it's sort of like a sci-fi medieval superhero story.
Okay.
I kind of took all my little favorite things from them shows and movies I was telling you about earlier, and I just went for it. So basically, the heirs are going to return to Earth, which is 500 years from now. So it's a bit of a shitter.
Okay.
We're talking like Mad Maxy type with wrecked the place. So for them to be able to become the leaders of Kingdom, they have to complete a pilgrimage, which is to help a planet in need. And that's all I can really tell you without giving everything
Okay.
away.
Yeah. No need to spoil. No need to spoil nothing. No need to spoil. But so based on what I'm hearing and understanding, this is basically a monarchy, that is at this point has the success is looking for the next line of successors to
Yes.
take over the monarchy. And as far as the story arc is concerned, is this pretty much como se dice, a, I hate to put it as simplistic as this, like a Game of Thrones type situation when everybody's vying for the power to be the one ruler of Kingdom?
No.
Okay.
Kingdom, every house has its own separate power, and together those powers work as one to create kin, which stands for kindness, integrity, and nobility. They don't work separate. It's just gotta work together. You know? Being a bit cliche about it, but that's the crack.
Okay, see, I knew you were holding back on me, Lucy. I knew you were holding something back on me. Okay, so KIN is an acronym. Okay, see, I knew if I asked the right questions, I knew I was gonna get it. Okay.
So in case.
All right. Okay. Well, that's cool.
It's very character driven. I have so many characters. Like today before I came on here, I was like, do I remember all their names? I'm like, yeah, no, I do. But I feel sorry for my pro artist. Like I've just given like one of the pages he had to do, literally had to do all the parents of the heirs lined up. That's 8 people.
Oh my
does
god!
Not like
so your artist will have to just pretty much create the family line of each one of the. Oh my Jesus!
Yep.
So how many characters are you playing with in this arc here?
All right, so you got 2 parents per heir.
Okay.
So that's 8, 4, that's 12. Then you got Nico Stratus, who's their mentor. He's been compared to as Space Alfred.
Okay.
Then you got the big bad. His name's Avarice. And then you got his little minion. And then that's only on Kin. When they get to Earth, more.
Oh my goodness. So okay. That's
going to be an issue 2. The other characters. It's going to be 3 issues in total.
Okay,
so,
that was actually going to be my next question. So this is going to be a 3-issue arc. Now, are you staying with the 22 page each, or are we talking the 4? Okay, so 22
I think
page.
in a minute, yeah, we're on 22. I'm going to try not to run over. I overwrite sometimes. I get a bit excited and do too much.
We all do. Trust me. The arc I'm working with now, with my current comic run, I was trying to stay within 22, but then one of them ended up running over, and I was like, "Too late. We're gonna have to make more pages." Roll with it. But yeah. Okay. So it's gonna be 22 pages each, 3 issues. That's cool. That's a moderate little arc. That's cool. Now, do you want to? Oh, go ahead, Lucy. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I've got like you know yourself, once you get kind of invested in the story, there's a lot of opportunity for. I'm already going right origin story. This character, There's a lot to work with, but we'll see how these first 3 issues go first.
Look, from my experience, just get writing. That's the way I do it. Like my current arc, I'm actually about to finish producing. I'm actually about to finish the arc of the 8-issue arc that this one is. I'm actually about to finish. Thank you, God. I'm finally about to finish this thing, and I've already started writing the next series. So it's like, yep, and this one is gonna be even longer than this one. So my heart is already falling into my stomach. But like if you already have like the ideas of, let's say if you wanna, like in this case, like branch off and do origins for all your 500 million billion characters, like. Yep, you might as well just get started. Might as well just start doing it. Because if you're enjoying yourself and you're having fun and you're doing it, just roll with the punches. With the punches.
I'm having a lot of fun just planting little things, Easter eggs, all the rest of it. But I don't know, with you with writing, sometimes I like put an Easter egg in, and I'm like, this is 8 issues down the line. Why have I done this to myself? You just know where you want to end up. So you're like, plop, plop, plop.
Yep. And no, Lucy, that's the way to do it. Honestly, like I'm not a big Easter eggs guy with my writing, but but when you want to plant those seeds, it's good to know that where you want to be going, because there's nothing worse than planting the seeds and you don't know when it's gonna grow. All right, so it's like, hey, in issue 1, I'm gonna introduce this, but it's gonna be a payoff 6 issues down the line, and then the savvy reader will be like, hey, wait a second, hey, and like that stuff is cool, and I like that. I use that as I use my Easter eggs as a storytelling trope, more or less. It'll be like something like for instance, it'll be like a gold locket or something that was introduced early, and then you'll see it again issues later. You're like, hey, wait a minute, I saw that locket before. Then the locket has its own origin, kind of. So like I'll work it in that way. But a lot of other writers, they usually is like, we'll plant this for something explosive later on, but that's cool. But that's cool. I think that's nice, and I think that's a good way of keeping your audience captivated.
Yeah.
Yeah, very way. Everyone loves a good scavenger hunt. Everybody loves that. So that's dope. That's dope. That's dope. I really like that. I really like um your story that you got there. That's interesting. Your kingdom. I like that.
Kindle.
I like it. I
Yeah.
like it. I like it because I don't know if you use that term in Ireland too much for kin, meaning family. Do you
Yeah.
are you the same way?
Next big kin. Yeah, you're closest.
Okay, okay, yeah,
Yeah.
because so that's the kind of vibe I got from it as well.
Yeah.
Um, but that's cool. That's cool. I like that. I like it's unique. Because like I said, like when you explained it to me, I was completely off base. But
Cool.
because I'm thinking like, oh, everybody's vying for power. Like, no, but it's not like that. Like, okay, I'm intrigued because you've already got me hooked. Because I'm like, all right, you've got my attention. That's
I
cool.
remember I showed my mom the front cover I had done for it, and first thing she was like, "You forgot the G," and I'm like, "Everyone's gonna say this to me," because everyone's like, "Kingdom, what?"
And look, I won't lie. I thought I was tripping for a second. I was like, I'm like, wait, no, that's intentional. It's intentionally like that. I'm fine. I thought I was having a stroke. I'm like, okay, no, I'm good. I'm good. All right, like I'm not completely illiterate. Like, okay, all right, awesome. But Lucy, thank you so much for sharing. Um,
You're right. Thank you.
yeah, that your wonderful story, your great origin, to getting into comics. I'm loving it, and the fact that you're relatively new to the game
Yep.
and you're
Very impressionable.
yeah, but you're doing so well so quickly,
Oh, thank you.
which is rare, and I don't mind sharing this with the audience. There's a project that Lucy and I are working on together that was announced by ASAP Comics some time ago called Animatronics, and we're not gonna give away all the cool stuff that's in there, but um, Lucy had the task of following my uh, pages, and I was thoroughly impressed with what you put together, Lucy. Especially how you were able to continue, like you mentioned earlier. You're very character driven,
Yeah.
and you did an excellent job following where I left off because I knew that I was gonna throw something together that's gonna be action packed and a
It,
little
it
wild.
I loved it. It was actually perfect because yours was very action packed and it was great. But I'm like, yeah, I'm better at characters, so I was like, oh, this is good. I can slow this down.
Yep, and the way you did it was so brilliantly done. I was thoroughly impressed. I was like,
Oh,
I'm like, well, how big? I'm like, she new to the game? I'm like, hold on now. I'm like this was really good, and to see that way you're able to segue and be able to still tell your tale within that was really dope. So big ups to you on that. That was
Thanks so
really
much.
good. Well done. Well done.
Thank you.
So Lucy, where can we? Oh wait, excuse me. Let me rewind. Kingdom.
Yeah,
When is it dropping? When will we be able to get our hands on it?
next year.
Next year. Okay. Do we have a date yet or no? Not quite yet.
Not quite yet.
Okay.
Not
Okay.
quite yet. But I always upload on Instagram, which is Kingdom_comics. I'm on Twitter and TikTok and all them too, but Instagram's my main one. So I will just keep everybody updated there.
Okay.
So
Awesome.
if
Awesome.
you
All right.
want
Sweet.
to
No.
get
I,
involved,
yeah. I can't wait. I can't wait to see when this is all said and done. So I'm gonna leave all your social media links in the description section below. So
thank
everybody
you.
follow Lucy. Follow her journey. Follow all her great work she's doing on the Kingdom. Say it right, everybody. Kingdom. Kingdom Comics. I'm gonna leave all her links, her Instagram, Twitter, all that great stuff. Tell her how awesome she is. She's great. Absolutely. So Lucy, from the bottom of my cold heart, I want to thank you so very much for taking the time to come and speak with me today.
You're okay. Thank you so much for having me on. First podcast ever. Nerves are wrecked.
I love being somebody's first. It feels good. Feels good. All right. Well, everybody, That there is Lucy Shaw, the creator of KINDOM. And who am I? I'm Trey, the Brute Daniels. And follow me on my dope social media platforms I'll put right under my face. They're not there yet, but they will be. At the Brute00 on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and if I feel like being silly, on TikTok. This has been the Indie Corner, and you all have been awesome, and I'll catch you all next time. Also, if you want to support my channel, check out spinwiz.com or download the Spinwiz app and check out my comic series, Trouble. It was written with a lot of love, and it was definitely my favorite comic series to write. I've also written it in English and in Spanish, so whatever floats your boat, I got it for you. Thanks again, and check it out.